everybody. Welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is John, and I'll be guest hosting today's affair. Speaking of affairs, both of today's hot seat contestants are married, but they wanted to meet here in secret, putting a whole new meaning to head-to-head action.
Oh, God.
Let's start out with the man who puts the sex back in sexy and the ball back in balding. From Huntsville, Alabama, it's Mr. Mike Mott. Sir, how are you doing? And what are you drinking?
That was an excellent intro, John. Thank you. I'm doing well. I had a fun little mishap this evening picking up Chinese food. Apparently, multiple people whose name was Mike had put in orders at the same time. So I got out of the parking lot before I realized I just happened to glance over and look at the receipt taped to the outside, and I said, "This is not what we ordered." So I had to run it back, and so that was all fun. And then my fortune cookie, I opened it up, and it said, "You're going to lose at trivia." So hopefully,
I hope so.
hopefully the fortune cookie is wrong. So that we'll see. And I should have paid more attention to my lucky numbers in terms of calculating wagers. But as far as what I am drinking, we're approaching the end of November. Thanksgiving is in just a few days, and that means it's probably time to retire the last of my pumpkin beers for the season. And that's what this is. It is the last of my Imperial Pumpkin Ales from Straight to Ale Brewing right here in Huntsville. A lovely beer for those of you who are into the pumpkin beer sort of thing. And I hope they continue doing this for years to come, because if they've done it in years past, I was not aware of it. Hits the spot every time.
All right, well, let's head 177 miles to the southeast to the town of LaGrange, Georgia, where there are no whorehouses, but there is a man that I have seen naked. It's Adam Speas. Adam, how are you doing? And which one of your extensive whiskey collection will you be drinking tonight?
Yeah, you're such a lucky man to have seen me naked in your lifetime. So few get that joy. I am doing very, very well. And my extensive whiskey collection, which is about 200 bottles deep, I'm actually kind of working on lessening that, because I do a thing every Black Friday. For the last this is my third time doing it. I could spend Thanksgiving with my family, but fuck that. Instead, what I do is the wife and I always do like a turkey trot. We've been doing that for years. And so we do a turkey trot in the morning. And then what I do is I go to a spot in Atlanta, this place, Tower Wine and Spirits, that has a big Black Friday whiskey drop. And what I do is I will go up and be there from about noon on Thanksgiving the day before, and I'll just hang out in my car or in the line or whatnot, and we'll start hanging around other bourbon nerds, and we'll hang and share bottles and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. I've gotten some good bottles from it. But really, it's really the best part's the people you're talking to along the way, and you're kind of all sharing your dumb whiskey stories and having a good time. So yeah, I'll be sleeping in my car, which also happens to be Thanksgiving is my birthday this year. So I will definitely be having an interesting time. That'll be my birthday. That'll be my Thanksgiving. So I'm trying to kill some shelf space, because I know I'm going to be buying a good bit. So I've got some like low dregs here. It's only a tiny bit left. I'm drinking a Maker's Mark Private Selection. These are almost always fantastic wherever you get them from. They're, typically a store pick, have their own separate stave profile that you can the different stores put different staves in there to create a different flavor profile. This one, like, give it the sound. Yeah, you can hear it's kind of deeper sound because of how little is in there. It's called PCA Packages Kentucky Breakfast. PCA Packages, my local store that I will get a lot of my typical stuff from, and it's called the Kentucky Breakfast because it's got a lot of like almost sweet syrupy notes to it, and that's what you want to have for breakfast when you're in Kentucky. Nice Maker's Mark bourbon.
So are we going to get a bottle kill tonight then?
There's less than a pour left in this thing, so we might actually get definitely it's highly likely.
Excellent.
All right. Well, I'm not really drinking anything of note, so let's move on to the pregame.
Well, there you go. I was about to ask, but
gentlemen, are you ready to start this game?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Woo! Just do
it. I'm getting myself pumped up.
So, coincidentally enough, today's pregame was written by me, which had actually been the intent before I had been asked to host. So I had already written the game, and then he asked me to host.
You sent it to Chris, and then Chris said, just run with your pregame. Love it.
I certainly hope my extensive knowledge of you as a brother and a podcasting partner for about 7-8 years helps me in this pregame.
I mean, seeing each other naked, that does help.
I think
With the
we
extensive
probably
knowledge.
bathed together. Actually, I think there's pictures of that. Yeah, we shared a room up until John went to college. So
Yeah. You do what you got to do.
There you go.
All right, gentlemen, here is your pregame. I'm going to give you 2 versions of the same song, 2 artists who did the same song, and you have to tell me which one charted higher on the U.S. Billboard Top 100.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Doesn't really matter who I start with, right?
Nope. Usually a visitor gets to pick whether they
Oh.
want to go first or second. So
Do I really want to give him that option? All right, I guess I will. It's not my podcast. All right, Adam, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first. Let's just get started.
All right. So, and just to be clear, he said write 10 questions, so it goes back and forth, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right, Adam,
that's right.
here is yours. I need to know the song Hallelujah, which charted higher, Leonard Cohen's version or Katie Lang's?
I like Katie Lang. Our mom definitely liked Katie Lang. But the eponymous, the huge version is Leonard Cohen. I'm definitely going to go Leonard Cohen.
All right, so Leonard Cohen's version topped at 59th. Katie Lang's topped at 61st. So you are correct.
Hey, all right.
Nice.
All right, Mike, yours is Smooth Criminal. Was it Michael Jackson's or Alien Ant Farms?
I cannot believe this, but well, hold on, let me think. My immediate instinct, even though I couldn't believe it, was to say Alien Ant Farms version, because I just remember that song being everywhere because I was just less cognizant of what was going on when the Michael Jackson song came out. So, but I'm just gonna I'll stick with my gut. I'll say Alien Ant Farm.
Alien Ant Farms charted at 23. Michael Jackson's charted at 7.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know why I always said that. Remember, that would only hit 7 because you feel like it should be another number 1.
All right, Adam, your song is With a Little Help from My Friends. The Beatles
Cocker.
or Joe Cocker?
The Beatles of the cock. All right. Beat cock. Beat cock. Cock beat. Cock beat. Cock beat cock. Beatles.
You invite us on.
I'm trying to be quick with my, decisions here. So I gotta, enunciate in very, brevity. That's what I'm trying to go with their names. I mean, I know the Beatles. It was not on their number 1. I don't remember how high. The better version is the Cocker version, so I'm going to go with the better version. Let's go with Joe Cocker.
Joe Cocker's version charted at number 68. The Beatles version did not chart.
Okay. Woo.
Yep. I was going to say, I don't think the Beatles version charted, so that was...
All right. Mike, you have Killing Me Softly with his song. Was it Roberta Flack or the Fugees?
Again, the Roberta Flack version came out long before I would have been aware of, the ubiquity of songs, but I just got to believe it's the Fugees version. That was everywhere.
The Fugees version did not chart on the U.S. Billboard 100. It
fuck.
charted on a lot of different charts, but
R&B
not
chart.
on the top
Wow.
100.
It was
Roberta
everywhere.
Flack's
Wow.
version charted at number 1.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
I would have done the same
Okay.
thing, Mike. Easy.
All right. Adam, you have I Will Always Love You. Was it the 1982 version by Dolly Parton that was recorded for the film Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, or Whitney Houston?
I think they're both fairly high. I'd be hard pressed if I Will Always Love You by Whitney did not go number 1. So I'm definitely going to go that.
Whitney's version did go number 1. Dolly Parton's went number 53.
Okay.
All right. Mike, you get I Will Survive. Was it Gloria Gaynor or Cake?
I knew you were going to.
I knew those were going to be the choices. If this isn't the Gloria Gaynor version, then I don't even know.
Gloria Gaynor charted at number 1, and Cakes did not chart on the
No.
Billboard Top 100.
Did not chart.
Yeah.
I was going to be surprised.
I've
if
mentioned
Cake
this on our
charted.
podcast, John, but Gloria Gaynor has been on record saying she hated the Cake version, mainly because they said the word fuck in it.
Yes.
Fuck.
And
Yep.
I don't care. I still like that version.
Yeah, it's a great.
I don't think it's
I
the
do
better
too.
version, but I still like it.
Yeah,
But it's
different,
nice.
totally
I like the
different.
vibe they gave to it.
All right, we got a few more to go. Adam, you get A Hazy Shade of Winter. Was it the Simon and Garfunkel version or the Bangles?
I had a different band in my head. I guess I didn't know who actually. Yeah, I guess the one who I thought was is probably the Bengals version, and I don't know why I had someone else in my head who did that, but I definitely would imagine the Bengals went higher.
Simon and Garfunkel charted number 13. The Bangles charted number 2.
Okay.
With that one.
Well done.
All right, Mike, you get Jolene. Was it Dolly Parton's version or Beyonce's?
Oh, I didn't know she had one. I was gonna say Miley does a version that's damn good.
Oh, that's right. Beyonce did do a version on her, I think on her most recent album. I mean, I'm going to say Beyonce.
Beyonce charted at number 7. Dolly Parton charted at 60. So you're correct.
Okay, good call.
Okay.
All right, Adam, you get Proud Mary. Is it CCR or Ike and Tina Turner?
I mean, both phenomenal. And I'd be hard pressed to say that Tina's version did not go to number 1. I would go with Tina Turner. Now I imagine Proud Mary. I know they had Fortunate Son went to 1 or 2. I don't know if Proud Mary went that high. Yeah, I'm sticking with Mike and Tina Turner. Ike, not Mike.
Right.
Mike and Ike.
So CCR, I believe, never had a song that actually hit number 1.
The highest they ever got was 2.
Was it Fortunate Son?
I think so.
Also, Proud Mary charted at 2 for CCR, and for Ike and Tina Turner, only made it to 4.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Got one wrong.
Okay.
Yep. So CCR got that one. All right, Mike, last one. You get Landslide. Was it Fleetwood Mac or the Dixie Chicks?
I was going to say, that's a good one, too.
I figured you weren't going Smashing Pumpkins on that one. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Fleetwood Mac's Landslide it's not a cult song, but I feel like it's one of those songs that sort of grew in the pop cultural consciousness. But by the time the Dixie Chicks did it, it was Dixie Chicks at the height of their fame when they released their version. I feel like they charted pretty high, so I'll say the Dixie Chicks.
Fleetwood Mac charted at 51. The Dixie Chicks charted at 7.
Okay.
All right, that's the end of our playing round. It's pretty close. Adam has 4 points from that, and Mike has 3 points from that.
Yeah,
it was a good round. That was fun.
All right, so we're going to move on to our round 1 hot seat. If I'm remembering this correctly, I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock.
That's correct.
And we're going to go back and forth until time runs out.
That's right.
Now, do I start back with Adam again, or do I?
Usually, whoever's losing.
Oh, okay. Well, then, Mike, you get to choose.
I do, and I have a brand, and I stick to it. I pretty much always choose to go first. So.
All right. We got 15 minutes on the clock, and here we go. Which famous musician and songwriter starred as himself in The Simpsons episode Lisa the Vegetarian, which was originally broadcast in 1995?
Sir Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney is correct.
I briefly thought about trying to do a Paul, and I was like, nope, never mind. I'm not going to try.
All right, Adam. What was the name of the boy that Buzz and Woody belonged to in the movie Toy Story?
Andy.
Andy is correct. Mike, what TV show, streamed on Hulu, follows the story of the transformation of a restaurant in Chicago?
I have never seen this, but I know it's restaurant-based, and I don't know if it's on Hulu or not, but it's recent. I'm going to say The Bear.
The Bear is correct.
I've heard it's really good. Just never seen it.
Bottle kill. Woo.
Whoop, there it goes. That was quick.
Well, you didn't have much.
All right, Adam. Who was Lone Ranger's Native American companion?
Tonto.
Tonto is correct. Mike, which iconic James Bond villain whose name was the title of the film was played by Gert Frobe?
I think of Bond villains whose names were the title of the film. I don't know if there's any besides Dr. No, so that's what I'll say.
Dr. No is incorrect. Correct answer is Goldfinger.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, good. I not a bad guess though.
All right, Adam. During the 1950s, which popular male hairstyle consisted of greased hair piled on top with the sides swept back to form a ridge?
I don't know if that would call that the grease, or is this the pompadour? I'll go with pompadour.
Pompadour is incorrect.
Damn.
He is looking for the ducktail, or also known as the duck's ass. Yeah.
Woo!
All right, Mike. Fittingly, the entrance to Colorado State's Capitol building features the phrase 1 mile above what?
Sea level?
Dude,
Wasn't sure
living
how
in
obvious we were
Denver, that's
going here.
all they fucking talk about. It's like, get over
yeah.
it. We get it.
The altitude, yeah, exactly.
All right, Adam. While brothers Joel and Ethan went a completely different direction, Cohen is a Hebrew word for what type of religious leader?
Rabbi?
Rabbi is incorrect. Correct answer is priest.
Okay.
Mike, which cartoon character was often seen stuck to the inside of car windows during the 1980s?
Garfield.
Garfield is correct.
Hated those Mondays.
Yeah, right.
Adam, how many Academy Awards did Titanic win?
Ooh. It doesn't have the record because the record is tied between Return of the King and something else I can't remember. I want to say 9.
9 is incorrect. It was actually 11.
Damn.
All right, Mike. Small Steps is a 2006 sequel to a young adult novel, Holes, by Louis Sachar. I'm not sure if I said that right. The book follows what character whom Stanley befriended at Camp Green Lake and is nicknamed after an often smelly part of the body.
Oh gosh, I never read the book. I saw the movie. I was a big Louis Sachar fan growing up, but the Holes came out a little after my time. I don't remember anything about it. Can you just say the very last part again real quick?
The book follows what character whom Stanley befriended at Camp Green Lake and is nicknamed after an often smelly part of the body.
I'm going to say armpit.
Armpit is correct.
Okay.
And I just looked up. Yeah, it's Return of the King, Ben-Hur, and Titanic are all tied with 11 for the most won by a single film. Fuck!
All right, Adam. Within 400 miles either way, how long is the Oregon Trail?
Well, I know it usually takes me about 8 hours to complete on the old Mac, what I used to play in game on. Actually, not even that close. Let's say 1,200 miles.
I'm sorry, that is not within 400. The correct answer is 2,170. All right, Mike. What sports movie took home the Best Picture Oscar in 1977?
Rocky.
Rocky is correct.
Getting utterly trounced in this part. Let's go back to the first half. I like that first part. I like.
Adam, in The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, who is Tom's best friend?
Huck Finn.
Huckleberry Finn is correct.
Yay.
Mike, within 2 years either way, name the year Beyonce Knowles wed rapper Jay-Z.
Oh gosh. 2008.
2008 is right on the money.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Adam, what cigarette brand targeted at women and manufactured by Philip Morris was the first to sponsor an all-women's tennis tournament?
I would guess Virginia Slims.
Virginia Slims is correct. All right. Mike, I'm going to butcher the beginning of this. Bib label lithiated lemon lime soda was a soft drink known for containing lithium citrate until it was purchased and regulated into what brand that is still around today?
7-Up.
7-Up is correct. All right. Where am I at? Adam?
Yep.
Before becoming president, Barack Obama served as U.S. Senator from which state?
Illinois.
Illinois is correct.
Come on, Philly, Illinois.
All right. Mike, what Dutch dance duo was behind the 90s floor fillers Get Ready for This and No Limit?
Oh gosh. I have absolutely no clue. The Van Eyck twins. I don't know.
No, the correct answer is Two Unlimited.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect anyone was going to get that one. All right, Adam. Within 3 either way, name the year. George VI dies at the age of 56. The Great Smog descends on London. And Anne Davison becomes the first woman to single-handedly sail across the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay. The only thing that helps me is our podcast, Throwback Trivia Takedown. Check it out. Is because I've written a question about the Great Fog in London. And so I know it doesn't go past It doesn't go older than the 50s. But which of those decades? I can't remember. It's either the 50s or the 60s. I will say the 50s, and let's go 53.
That is within 3. It was 1952.
Nice job.
All right, Mike. In Japan, what is seppuku?
I know what Sapporo is. What is seppuku? Oh my gosh! Come on, Mott. You only lived there for a year. Gosh, I recognize the word, but I'll say fish. I don't know what it is.
No, that is Harry Carry or suicide.
Yeah. Falling on this, the samurai falling on their sword.
Yeah. Now that you say it, absolutely. Yep. Okay.
All right, Adam. In which Italian city?
I'm just picturing somebody falling on a fish now.
All right, here we go. Adam. In which Italian city that shares its name with a controversial burial cloth is where the 2006 Winter Olympics were held?
Well, in America, in Americanese, they call it Torino. In Italian, they call it Turin.
Turin is correct. All right. Mike, by definition, where does an abyssopelagic animal live? Abyssopelagic. Sorry. Chris hit me with the giant words.
Yeah. I'm going to say underwater.
I need you to be more specific.
I could tell by your face. I was like, yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. Abyssopelagic. On the ocean floor.
At the bottom of the sea is correct.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Abyss.
Absolutely.
Just saying. Just saying.
Absolutely wrecked. I mean, that whole bracket was way off. Everybody was complaining. Oh, we don't want any. We don't like Beetlejuice because it's too supernatural. Ghostbusters is just as fucking supernatural. Ghosts are supernatural. Thank you. But you shoot a little beam out of a sci-fi gun, and that's all. It's all okay.
All right, Adam. How many atoms of oxygen does an ozone molecule have?
3.
3 is correct.
Good job.
I definitely wouldn't have got that. Mike, what movie is You Had Me at Hello from?
Jerry Maguire.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And numerous parodies, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what they're looking for.
Scary movies or so. Yeah. Real
Exactly.
movie, one of those crappy ones. Something
movie. Yeah.
All right, Adam. What actor played the narrator for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which aired in 1966?
All right. Oh God. If you would have told me the guy who sings is Thurl Ravenscroft, who sings, but it is Boris Karloff. I had to talk myself. I was like,
there it is.
Yeah.
I knew you'd get there.
All right, Mike. Mount Vernon, George Washington's home for over 40 years, overlooks what river?
Given that I used to live about a mile from here, if it's not the Potomac, then I've got to commit seppuku.
I'll grab you a fish.
Potomac is correct.
Fish real quick.
There you go.
All right, Adam. Hailed as a superfood, the much hyped acai berry is harvested in which of these countries?
Brazil.
Brazil is correct. I didn't even need to read them.
I was sitting there going, it's going to be Brazil because it's got the C with the cedilla, so it's going to be Portuguese speaking. Yep.
All right. Back to Mike, checking my time here. We got enough for a few more. What 2017 film is based on the New York Times best-selling novel of the same name about a father's uplifting spiritual journey after tragedy?
God, I feel like this could be any number of films. I'm just trying to think of what would have been around that time. The Pursuit of Happiness is all that popped into my head.
Pursuit of Happiness is incorrect.
Oh, wait, you said 2017?
I think that's earlier. That's why I was hesitant.
Okay, I thought you said 2007. Then that would have been right closer.
No, I'm looking for The Shack.
Oh, I remember The Shack now. Yeah. I never saw it, but okay.
All right, Adam. Who, in 1992, became the first major musical artist to tour South Africa after the end of the United Nations cultural boycott?
Was that Paul Simon?
Paul Simon is correct.
Yep.
I remember he got a lot of crap for that.
Makes sense. Yeah, exactly.
All right, I think we have just enough for one more each. Mike, nicknamed the Sparrow from Minsk, in which sport did Olga Korbut compete?
She was a figure skater, I believe.
That is incorrect. She was a gymnast.
Artistic.
She was a gymnast. Yep.
All right, Adam. In the board game Risk, what continent has the most territories for a player to occupy?
I haven't played Risk in a long time. Let's go with Asia. Okay.
Just correct.
Big one.
Yep, nicely done.
All right, I lied. I can squeeze in
Okay.
2 more. Here we go. Mike, what pop star known for being swift on his feet took an ownership stake in MySpace in 2011?
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake is correct. I don't know. Again,
I was
didn't
gonna
write
go. I
these
was gonna go like Usain Bolt or something. I'm like, I don't know.
questions. Yep.
Right.
All right, that's my timer. So Adam, you get the last question. Making a 1600 less impressive, what was the SAT's highest possible score after its revamping in 2005? It has since been changed back.
Yeah, this was after I took it, and I did not need to worry about it, but I do remember it came to something stupid. I want to say 2,400.
2400
Okay.
is correct. All right, that's the end of our first round. Adam, you mounted a comeback. I have you at 17 and Mike at
Oh, wow.
15.
That's wild.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Lucky with a few wrong guesses from you. And maybe the whiskey's helping. And you know what? I think honestly, it fuels me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I get that. Absolutely. I'm better when I'm drunk.
Yes,
until
exactly.
I'm
Like, yeah,
not.
there's like a curve.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we're going to go on to the midpoint, and the midpoint is brought to us by Chris Siege.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Thanks, Siege.
And this is one that I think that Chris has been using quite a bit, and I'm going to give you the name, a poorly worded name of a band, and you have to figure out what the name of the band is.
Okay.
And
I know how much
I'm
John
sure
loved this one
yes,
when we
it's
did our
probably
music
gonna
trivia.
confuse the hell out of me.
and I think these are just as
Ooh.
good. Love you, Siege.
Yeah.
All right.
I love these, but they are painful.
All right. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So there'll be 4 points each.
Rock and roll.
And I'm going to give you
Rock
all
and
of them,
roll.
right?
We do one at a time.
One at a time, and then
Okay.
you lock in?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here's your first one. Your hint is Mourner of Artax.
Yeah,
Locked in.
All right, you go to the next one. 8th letter nearby.
Locked in. I like this
I
one.
don't.
Siege.
I don't like you, Siege. You said 8th letter nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I have the right fucking 8th letter. Okay, that's 8. Yeah. Okay, fine, sure. Let's keep moving.
All right. Next one. Younger version of Barney.
Oh, locked in.
Fuck you, Mike. Right up how your brain works. Apparently.
In this case, it's been 2 straight bands that I may be one of the few people who still has multiple CDs by them, so that helps.
I don't think I have a single CD by either one. Maybe just some
You
singles.
said younger version of Barney.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go.
All right. Next one. What Hulk did to Loki in Avengers.
Okay, I think I'm locked in.
Hulk did to Loki in Avengers. I gotta guess. I don't think it's right, but I gotta guess, and I don't know if I'm gonna get better.
All right. And your last one. The remains of the pulverized neighbor of 6 and 8.
Oh, locked in.
Is it the band who did Cumbersome? You can just tell me.
I can't tell you.
I have become cumbersome. I feel like they have a 7 in their name, and that's fucking bothering the hell out of me. And I could be wrong, but all right, I got wrecked on this, so fuck it.
All right. Well, let's find out your answers. Let's go back to the beginning. Mourner of Artax. What did you guys put?
Atreyu, that one I get. Yeah,
Atreyu, yeah. And Adam, it is unfair because this is, I think, the 3rd time that I've done these, so
Yeah.
I'm a little more used to where Siege's brain is at when he writes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next one. 8th letter nearby. Just go ahead and call out, I guess.
I put close to H because I counted it like fucking 20 times. H is the 8th letter.
You're so close. It's Local H.
Okay, I have heard of them as a
You
band.
remember the band Local H?
Yeah. They had like
You
one hit.
just don't get
Yeah.
it. Keep it
Yeah, like
copacetic.
pathetic. Yeah.
All right, younger version of Barney.
Let me go first on each of them because I got
fair.
bad on each one.
That's fair.
I had no idea, but I'm pretty sure there was a band T-Rex that did Bang a Gong, so I went with T-Rex.
That's a great guess, but I think it's Dinosaur Jr.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
was looking for, was Dinosaur Jr. All right, and next one. What Hulk did to Loki in Avengers?
This one I feel a little bit better about, because when you think Hulk smash, so I went with Smash Mouth.
I did the exact same thing. That was the closest I could get, and I didn't think I could get better, so that's what I walked in with.
And unfortunately, this is where I really don't like this one. I'm sorry, Siege. Hulk did not smack Loki.
What?
He
Godsmack.
smashed him. So it was
Yeah.
Godsmack.
Would not have gotten it.
Lame.
Yeah, that was a completely miss.
If it was
guided
Godsmash,
one, sorry.
then I could get
Yeah,
that one.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all right.
All right, and the last one, remains of the pulverized neighbor of 6
Is it
and
the
7.
Cumbersome Band?
I don't think it is.
You are thinking of 7
I
Mary
knew they
3.
had 7 in their name.
And-
I ended up going with Avenged Sevenfold, but I don't think that's right either.
I think that's another band with 7 in their name. So my brain first went to 7 Mary 3 as well, but then I finally got to 7 Dust. I think it's 7 Dust.
Oh, that really pisses me off. I love Seven Dust.
Yeah, it's 7 Dust.
Fuck, I really like them.
All right. Well, Adam, you got 4 points, and Mike, you got 16 points.
See, my brain doesn't work like that.
Again, like Leia said, this is not my first go through with these, so it definitely
Sure.
helps.
Says the guy who does his poorly worded movie.
Yeah, but I steal those
things on
from like Reddit and shit. I don't do them myself.
I've got a few of those I need to send your way because
Yeah, perfect.
I've got one that I'm particularly proud of.
Please.
Before we get started, Adam had his bottle care. I did grab a second beer.
Nice.
Another 6-pack actually that I'm killing off. I just killed off the pumpkins, and now I'm killing off the Berserker Mode coffee stout that I've got from the Southern Prohibition Brewing Company. This is excellent. I don't know if it actually has that much caffeine, but I'm going to hope that it does to keep me going.
Yeah, you were drinking that on the episode I was listening just a little bit earlier, which is the revenge game for John.
Oh,
My
yeah.
love for you is ticking clock. Berserker. Would you
like some big
fuck
berserker?
All right.
Which, to be fair, wasn't even actually my
No, it
revenge
wasn't.
game.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, that was a little unfair.
And I'm going to start drinking the bottle I brought down for the revenge game, but because I finished the other one, and this was also close to the end.
Ooh.
This is an Angel's Envy. This is specifically a single barrel. So it's 110 proof, not like the 86 proof that it normally has, but it's got these nice little like metal wings on it. It's a little fancy, but it's quite very nice.
I loves me some Angel Envy.
Here's a little pop. There you go. It's still a little deep one. So drink that bad boy. Since we got a little bit to go. Oh God, man. Yeah, that port finish is sweet.
It really is. I loves me some Angel's Envy.
Yeah, very, very nice.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to the hot seat round number 2,
Mike's in the
and
lead.
currently,
Pretty big.
Mike has
Pretty big.
31, and Adam has
Yeah.
21.
Pretty big.
Halftime
So,
helped.
is it the same where Adam gets to
Yes.
choose to go
Yep.
first or second? All right, Adam.
Let's see. You know what? Second did well for me last time. Let's do second again.
All right. I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock. All right, Mike. Heaven is a Place on Earth was a huge hit for what singer in 1987?
Belinda Carlisle. Okay.
That is correct. Adam, name 3 of the 4 main rabbits in Beatrix Potter's Peter Rabbit that are the children of
Ain't
Josephine
gonna fucking
Rabbit.
happen, brah. Move on. I don't know those fucking rabbit names. Billy Bob, Jimmy,
well,
and Bobby Sue.
You're not that far off.
No, it was Flopsy, Mopsy,
Okay.
and Cotton. Sorry, Peter, Flopsy,
I
Mopsy,
could've
and
gotten Peter.
Cottontail.
Right, Peter. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
All right, Mike. What aquatic animal has the ability to breathe through its butt?
Oh my gosh. I think this is something that comes up in like a kids movie or something like that. Shit. I don't know, starfish.
No, it is Teenage Mutant Ninja
That's right.
Turtles.
That's
It's
turtles,
turtle.
yep.
Oh, the turtle believes but
All right, Adam. Who succeeded Henry II as King of England?
I abhor the lineage and the whole people who go crazy for the royalty. I just cannot stand it. I don't
We
care.
won a revolution for a reason,
Exactly.
right?
Is this America? This is America. I thought this was America.
Exactly.
Henry II. Let's go with George the First.
No, it was Richard the
Oh,
First,
Lionheart.
also known as Richard
Yeah.
the Lionheart. All right, Mike. Not going so well for either of y'all this time. What are the stage names of the 5 Spice Girls?
Okay, hold on. I can do this. Sporty, Scary, Baby, Ginger, and Posh.
That is correct. All
Feel
right,
so
Adam.
ashamed.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
On the hit sitcom Modern Family, how many kids do Phil and Claire have?
All right. Phil and Claire have the oldest daughter, the kind of dumb one, and then they've got the smart middle child, and then like the super dumb other kid. Do they end up getting another baby? Sometimes that happens in a fucking sitcom, like later in a season, like season 7 or 8, another baby pops in, but I don't think it happened for them. I think it happened for another couple. I'm gonna go with 3.
3 is correct.
Jay and Gloria had another baby later
That's
on.
what I thought. Yeah. Whew.
All right, Mike. Oh, really, Chris?
Gimme.
Mohammed El
No.
Baradei, Ahmed Zawil, Yasser Arafat, Naguib Mahfouz, and Anwar El Sadat are all Nobel Prize winners from what African country? And I am so sorry for my pronunciation.
God, I want to make you read them again, but I'm not gonna do that to you.
Please, no.
But you said Palestine?
Palestine is incorrect.
Who am I thinking of anyway?
It was, I don't know.
It
was
is
Egypt.
Okay.
Adam. In what animal involved sport do competitors use leather gloves, bells, and hoods?
Leather. All right, you're using animals, but leather gloves, bells, and hoods. I was gonna make a joke. I'm not making a joke. When I think, I mean, because you get hard to see them, so the bells make sense. Maybe being on sleds. Let's go with dog sled racing.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
The hoods would have been maybe a giveaway for me. Maybe the leather gloves. The bells I didn't know about. That's just falconry.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, yes, you have a hood on the falcon,
Okay.
and then the big leather glove, and I mean, but you can also wear a leather glove while you're on there because it's cold, and a hood, because it's fucking cold when you're out on the snow. Makes a lot of sense.
You're not wrong. All right, Mike. While you'd think I was asking about Missouri, what is the actual state bird of Illinois?
First of all, I looked it up. Arafat was president of the PLOs, but he's from Egypt. That's what I was missing.
Ah.
Okay. And Palestine's not in Africa anyway, so none of that made sense. I just want to be clear that I'm not like crazy. I think you're looking for cardinal on this one, though.
I am looking for cardinal. All right, Adam. What wearable toy was released in the mid-'80s in the form of furry wristbands with animal heads that revealed a digital watch when the head was flipped open?
Oh. And how have we not used this on TTT before? I'm gonna.
I don't know, but we're definitely
definitely
it now.
gonna steal this. Oh man, I have no idea. Let's call them monster watches. I don't know.
Monster watches is incorrect. They were called watchables.
Watchimals. Okay, I'm definitely writing that one down.
All right, Mike. In bowling, how many consecutive strikes comprise a perfect bowled 300 game?
Let's see. You got the first 9, and then you need 3 in the 10th frame, so 12.
12 is correct. Adam, what is the rarest blood type among humans?
Let's go AB negative.
Yep.
That is correct.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Mike, which popular science fantasy novel written by Madeleine L'Engle was published in
A
1962.
Wrinkle in Time.
That is correct. All right, Adam. Aside from Ted, name the other 4 main characters on the sitcom How I Met Your Mother.
Okay. Ted Mosby. There is Barney Stinson. Lily. Robin. And Marshall. If you need last names,
There you
I
go.
can probably
That's
get
correct.
them. Yep.
Nope. He just wrote first
Okay.
names for an answer, so that's what I'm going to take. All right, Mike. The fictional company Dunder Mifflin primary sells what product?
Paper.
Paper is correct. I feel like Mike's getting a lot of the easy ones here. Sorry.
I chose to go
Adam.
second. It's my
It
fault.
gives and it takes away.
That is
you
true.
know.
Yeah.
The outermost layer of sun shares the name with
Corona.
a popular beer brand.
Yeah.
Corona.
I was already sitting here. It's got to be Corona, right?
Yeah.
All right, Mike. In which 1982 comedy film does Dustin Hoffman adopt a new identity as a woman in order to land a job?
Tootsie.
Tootsie is correct. Adam, Wonder Woman herself, Linda Carter, and Charlie's Angel star Farrah Fawcett competed. It said completed, but I'm pretty sure it's competed on what reality competition TV show in 1976?
I'm going to guess this was Battle of the Network Stars.
That is correct.
Nice.
At least
Mike.
they competed over me. I'm not going to
I
lie.
was just about to say the same thing.
All right, Mike. Chuck Taylor was a traveling shoe salesman representing what brand of shoe?
Nike.
No, I'm sorry, it was
Oh.
Converse.
Oh, yeah.
Adam, what mountainous Asian country is the only country's flag that does not have 4 sides?
I believe this is Nepal.
Paul is correct. Mike, by both population and land area, what is the smallest internationally recognized country in the world?
Vatican City.
That is correct. You know, I really think that country is really ripe to be taken over because
Yeah.
there's really not a lot
not much
there. I
going
don't
on.
really think they're going to fight
Right.
back much. All right, Adam, which Oasis song opens with the lyrics, "Today is going to be the day"?
Today is gonna be the day that we're gonna come back to you. By now, we should have somehow realized. I don't know if anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Anyway.
And, it was all things are so winding, but all the Wonderwall. Yeah,
Yes, Wonderwall.
Just making sure it wasn't Champagne Supernova. Okay.
Right. You had to get part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Which of these UK cities is situated further west? Bristol, Edinburgh, or Liverpool?
I'm gonna say Bristol.
No, it is
Oh, okay.
Liverpool.
Okay.
Oh shit! You said west. Yeah.
Mm.
I was like, no, Liverpool's on that end of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're both Bristol and Liverpool are west, but England kind of leans
Yeah,
over a
yeah,
little
okay.
bit, and I think Liverpool is just a
I
bit
got you.
farther west.
Okay.
All right, Adam. Nurse Ratched was the main antagonist in which 1979 film?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That is correct.
film?
1975 for what it's worth. You said
What did I say?
79. It's probably just a typo.
Oh, yeah. No, it says 75.
Yeah.
I just said 79 for some reason. All right. Where are we at? Mike, if you burn off 500 or more calories than you consume each day, how long would it take for you to lose 1 pound within 2 days either way?
Oh gosh, this would require knowing how many calories is a pound, which I do not. 3 days.
No, I'm sorry. It
1
was
week. Okay.
7
Yep.
days.
That's because I use MyFitnessPal, and it doesn't help because I'm still fucking fat. But I definitely know that's how much it is.
All right, Adam. How many of Henry VIII's wives were called Catherine?
Hold on. It's like couple Marys. I want to say 2, 3.
I'm sorry, it was
Damn.
3.
2 C's and a K, I believe.
Well, see, I was thinking about the C ones. That's not fair. That's not fair. I was thinking about the C Catherines.
All right, Mike. Anthony Kiedis is the tube sock wearing lead singer of what
Yeah,
California
goddamn
rock
it.
band?
The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That is correct.
Now I got an image in my head.
Yeah.
Adam, what French ballet term means in front?
Okay. I can't name very many. Plie. What means in front? Plie is literally the only ballet term I can think of, so that's what I'll say.
Yeah, no, the correct answer is
Oh, yeah, I
devant.
wasn't getting there.
Oh, no.
All right, Mike, what NBA player has won the most NBA championships?
Gosh. I think it's still Jordan. I'm going to say Jordan.
No, correct
Russell.
answer is
He's got
Bill
10.
Russell.
10.
Oh, duh. Yeah, that's right, because they went on that run.
Yeah.
All right, Adam. Carl and the Passions is one of several former names for what band? That name just so happens to be the name of their 18th studio album released in 1972.
You said 1972. What 18th album? Yeah,
can
I
reread it if you'd
definitely
like.
need that.
Carl and the Passions is one of several former names for what band? That name just so happens to be the name of their 18th studio album released in 1972.
I was gonna say like Mouse Rat because they had so many different names.
Right.
1972. Who had 18 albums? 1972. Carl and the Passions.
Carl.
I don't know. Pink Floyd. I know they don't have that many, but fuck it.
No.
No, unfortunately, it
Yeah.
is the Beach Boys.
That's what I would have guessed, just because Carl Wilson was one of the.
That's a crock of shit right there.
Yeah, it was Carl Dennis and.
Just like the Beach
Brian.
Boys, a crock of shit.
All right. Mike, you started, right?
Yes.
yes.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so this will be our last round then. Mike, what was the first soft drink in space?
Huh. For soft drink in space, I do not know. But when I think of, I don't think of it as a soft drink, but when I think of drinks in space, I think of Tang. So I'm just going to say Tang.
No, correct answer is Coca-Cola.
Okay, so I should have just gone with, okay, pick a soft drink.
Sure.
It's Coca-Cola. Yeah. Dagnabbit.
All right. And Adam, your last one. Within 3 years either way, name the year the Toyota Prius, the first mass-produced hybrid vehicle, went into full production.
At least get 3 years. John's wife had a Christy, who you've met.
Yes.
Wonderful lady.
Absolutely.
Even better with some alcohol. She had a Prius for a long time. And when did the Prius come out? I don't think it came out while definitely not while I was in high school. Was it while I was in college? Might have been at the end. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2010.
2010
Oh,
is
shit.
incorrect.
It's
By
gotta
a
be
lot,
like
actually.
03 or 04, I would guess.
Actually, first went into production in 1997.
Whoa. Okay.
No shit.
Yeah. Had
Wow.
Yep. Which is weird because I don't think I'm thinking maybe it went into production in Japan
Yeah, maybe.
in 1997. Because I'm pretty sure my wife got the first model released here in the U.S., which actually wasn't until like 2004, 2005. So that I think that's a slightly misleading question.
My bandmate Jeff Woodhead also had a Prius for forever, and I think he got his around 04, 05. That's why, and it was an early model, so that's why I thought it was around then.
Yeah, I mean that would have been my guess as well because my wife had got hers, and hers lasted until 2021.
I believe it.
So, all right, that is the end of our
more than
other
doubled up.
round.
Nah.
Well, Mike got 9 out of that one. Adam, you got 8 out of that one.
Yeah.
There was a lot of missed questions.
It was
in
a
that
rough
round.
one, yeah.
Yeah, so that puts our total at 40 to 29.
Okay.
So Mike has 40, Adam, you have 29. And that's going to take us into our final round. Mike, just so I don't have to, would you explain how the betting works on here?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. So basically, in the final round, we can wager up to and including the total number of points that we have. As always, Chris is want to point out you have to wager whole numbers only, no negative numbers. I think I wagered pi one time as a joke, and so he does that whole spiel because he always blames me for it. But basically, you can't wager more than the total number of points you have, and you have to wager whole numbers only. And if you get it right, you get the points. If you get it wrong, you lose the points.
And you can divide them up between...
And you can divide them up across all 3 questions any way you see fit. You can wager 0 across all 3. You can put all your eggs in one basket. You can kind of split them up however you want to do it.
Okay.
All right. Well, you probably need to know the categories then.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So your first category will be word origins. On TTT, we call that slang. Well,
Right.
sort of.
Ish.
Category number 2 is U.S. history. And category 3 is music.
Music.
Makes the people come together.
I remember Chris asking us to send his. I'm just gonna trust y'all.
I think part of the reason he does that is depending on the way the wagers go, he'll sometimes be like, "We're gonna go backwards through these," because it's like if everybody put everything on the first question, then it's kind of like what's the point sort of thing. So, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
All right.
Spoiler alert, that's not going to happen here.
That's not going to happen here. Yes. Not on my first time around.
Right.
All right. Are we, let me know when you're locked in with your wagers. I almost started without asking.
I know. I was like, holy shit, he's going keyed in. All right. I'll stick with that. Yeah, I'm locked in.
The only one of these I kind of like, I know Mike likes even better than I do and is way smarter than me than I am. So I'm like, ugh.
I'm not even sure which one you're talking about. And either way, I'm not sure you're right. So,
you know what? Okay. All right, I got mine.
All right, here is your first question in the category of word origins. The origin of what word, today a synonym for famous, dates back to the 1800s and gained popularity as an effective way to light a theater stage using heated calcium oxide.
Go ahead and do that one again for me.
The origin of what word, today a synonym for famous, dates back to the 1800s and gained popularity as an effective way to light a theater stage using heated calcium oxide.
And we're looking for a single word, not a phrase.
Single word.
I've just got Madonna stuck in my head right now. That's the problem. That's fine. I did it to myself. So, all right, I'll lock in. Adam, if you're the type of person who likes to talk it out loud, you can.
But it's not gonna make me sound any smarter. It doesn't help. That's not gonna help me at all.
If it's garbage, I can always cut it. It's no big deal.
Doesn't help me. Like mumbling to myself, but that's not good podcasting. That's what I do like to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very often, what helps you get trivia questions isn't necessarily what's going to make for good podcasting. I found that very often.
All right. All right. We're gonna go with something that's definitely wrong.
Right.
All right, let's go to question number 2 in the category of U.S. history. Supreme Court Chief Justice Robert B. Taney is perhaps known for 2 seemingly contradictory matters. Firstly, he delivered the majority ruling in the infamous Dred Scott versus Sanford Supreme Court case. 4 years later, he would swear in which president into office?
I will lock in.
Yeah, me too.
All right, and question number 3 in the category of music. Good luck, boys.
Damn it.
Though he's better known by his stage name, Raymond Quevedo was a calypsonian from Trinidad who rose to prominence in the 1930s and is often credited as the man who brought calypso music to the U.S. One of his best-known works is titled FDR in Trinidad, commemorating the president's trip to the island. What is his stage name?
I hate you, Chris. I hate you so much. John, I'm sorry. Can I get a reread, though, please?
Sure. Though he's better known by his stage name, Raymond Quevedo was a calypsonian from Trinidad who rose to prominence in the 1930s and is often credited as the man who brought calypso music to the U.S. One of his best-known works is titled FDR in Trinidad, commemorating the president's trip to the island. What is his stage name?
Locked in.
So much knowledge I have about calypso music. Man, this is a great question. I love it.
Definitely a question.
Yeah, but between calypso and 1930s music, and an era that you very much associate with music in the United States. Yeah, there's just so much here that I'm going to lock in with a wrong answer. Based on nothing.
All right, let's go back to the beginning. We're just going to go down the row. Adam, I'll start with you. In the category of word origins, what was your answer to the question, and how much did you bid?
I really couldn't tell. I was like, well, is this just celebrity? Does that fit in somehow? And then I said, you know what? That person's lit. So let's go with that. That's not really at all for famous, but I said that, and I went with 4 points.
All right, and Mike?
Yeah, I thought of In the Spotlight, and I was like, okay, I asked the clarifying question. We're just looking for a word and not a phrase, so that went out the window. I thought of Incandescent, but that didn't really fit with the overall question. I actually just locked in with Celebrity because I didn't have anything else.
All right, and how much did you bid?
I bid 1 on that one.
All right. Well, neither were correct. And I wish he had put in a clue about Rush in here. The correct answer is Limelight.
Yeah.
Limelight.
That makes more sense.
Oh, okay. Yep.
All right. And question number 2 in the category of U.S. history. Adam, your answer and your bid.
Don't at me. I definitely am not a big U.S. history guy. I cannot remember. I know Dred Scott was a thing, and it was a big thing, and I don't remember when. And I was trying to remember, did he swear in the guy who lasted like a couple fucking days, and that was it? So I think that was Harrison? Question mark. So I put in Harrison.
All right.
4
how much
points.
did you bid? All right. And Mike?
So when you said Taney, I had Dred Scott. I was like, I locked in. I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh, he was the Dred Scott dude. And then you said Dred Scott. I'm like, fuck. Okay. But I knew Dred Scott was a Supreme Court case involving a fugitive slave having to be returned to his owner. So I figured the irony would have been if Taney was also the one who swore in Abraham Lincoln. So that's what I locked in with. and I wagered 9 points.
All right. And the correct answer for that
Awesome.
was
Well
Abraham
done.
Lincoln.
I like that.
It's a great question.
All right. And question number 3. I spent 6 years in a steel drum band, and I don't think I could have answered this question. Adam, what was your answer to question number 3?
Definitely incorrect. I really don't know my calypso people. So I went the guy who I think has the most similar-esque music that I could think of, even though I don't think his time frame is definitely not around here. I went with Harry Belafonte.
All right. And how much you bid?
4.
All right. And Mike?
I forgot what you said the name was, but for whatever reason, El Rey popped into my head. And like Adam, I didn't have any clue on this whatsoever. I wagered 9 on this one as well.
All right. Well, the one thing I could have told you is that calypso steel drummy artists like to give themselves really kind of weird, elaborate names. Sometimes they'll add like king or some sort of like royalty sounding thing. This one went for one of the biggest of them all. His stage name was Attila the Hun.
Huh. Wow.
Definitely could have benefited from a clue
sure.
there. But
yeah. Not to be confused with the ill-fated Billy Joel project before he launched his solo career.
All right. That is the end of our game, and we are going to end up with a final score of 39 to 17 in favor of Mike.
As expected.
That was a brutal wager round, though. Golly.
Yes,
some tough stuff there.
Yeah. I mean, good stuff. Absolutely.
Yep.
But
so I'm just going to end with thank you so much to Adam and Mike for being patient with me as I hosted. And I want to say thank you so much to Mr. Ligori for thinking of me when he needed a host for this game. Hopefully this didn't exclude me from any future sessions if needed.
No, not at all. And I just want to say thank you for stepping in on short notice when Chris needed somebody. We really appreciate it. And you guys are both, I mean, welcome on any of the shows on our network anytime. You're always delightful, whether guesting or guest hosting.
You want to be careful with that because I will show up whenever I'm not asked. So
this is a true statement. But
I at least want my revenge game. That's all I want. To get me at least one more.
Right.
Yeah, we will get that revenge game locked in into the coffer at some point because we'll make that happen for sure.
So all right, so this is all I got, so I'm gonna pass it over to Mike.
Don't we reveal the revenge game or no?
Well, yeah, the last time I was on, we didn't because he hadn't written my game yet. So
yeah, he hasn't. I mean, my category's not going to change, but whatever.
I don't know, Mike. What should I do?
Go. You know what? Go ahead and reveal it, and if it, because usually it's the episode's going to air on Thursday and then the revenge game drops on Friday, right? But if we don't get to the revenge game before this episode airs, we'll just say, you know what, we're going to say this. We don't have it. We don't. Oh, at all.
It might happen. It might not. We'll see.
It might happen. It might not. It's not written yet. But if it does happen, what's it going to be?
All right. So I tried to trip Mike up with 90s cartoons last time I played him, and he still beat me, which upset me greatly. And so this time I'm going after something that I know Mike loves as much as I do. And so I want to test myself because I have at least watched every single episode on a podcast, ranked them, and broken every scene down. And I want to see, can he beat me? Probably, because he's Mike Mott. And so we're going head-to-head in Seinfeld, baby.
Yes. Now the downside is that I will be doing some rewatching in preparation for our upcoming Seinfeld bracket, which was actually supposed to air in the month of December, and we just got too much other stuff going on. We didn't get around to airing it, or to recording it yet. But we are going to get to that very soon. Adam, you will absolutely be a part of that if you want to. I'm fairly certain you do. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I was trying to, and I haven't necessarily given up the battle yet, trying to argue for it to be a 64 seat bracket. It's most likely just going to be a 32. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. Lots of other great things upcoming on the network, of course. As we move closer to getting to the Get Jay an Editor money, she's hoping to be able to bring Verboten back on a weekly basis. That'd be awesome. Boozy, we're at this point officially done with the mini brackets leading into our 80s mega bracket. This journey that we've been on for almost 2 years now is coming to its culmination. Very excited about that. Lots of other great brackets too. I mentioned Seinfeld. we're going to be doing the best Taylor Swift song in the not too distant future. So tons of great stuff. We're really excited. I'll end with the closing spiel. If you do like what we're doing here and want to support the podcast in any way, patreon.com/PTEBB is the best way to do that if you have the financial means to do so. And if not, we totally understand. But if you could just at least take a little bit of your time, give us a 5-star rating, write us a nice review, tell us how awesome we are. That would be absolutely wonderful. You can find all the other information on the socials. And also check out Throwback Trivia Takedown, featuring the two gentlemen that were on the podcast with me. I download every week and then usually get around to watching it about 2 or 3 weeks later, because that's just how things are. I'm always behind on everything, but it is always an entertaining time. It's a really quick dose of trivia, and you learn a lot of really interesting stuff. And of course, you just get entertained. So definitely check them out.
Roughly when will this be going out?
Probably sometime in the next month or so. So okay. Whatever you guys want to say to add to that plug.
We'll be probably either just starting or in the middle of our Tournament of Champions.
That's right. Yep.
We've had 4 patron tournaments. We've had 4 different champions, and we are putting them against each other in a mini bracket tournament for charity.
That'd be fun. Just to end the year. And then also as a plug towards, if you want to be on our main tournament, which comes around in March, but you have to be in our patron level at the $5 or higher by the end of 2024. If you want to be part of that, it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of work, but it's a good time, and everybody seems to like it. So
absolutely.
And Mike, who do I need to send the check to get on that main bracket?
Yeah.
How many zeros? I guess that's an important question.
So we've actually got we're still finalizing exactly what the plans are for that. But in some capacity or other, our intention is for everybody who served as a panelist on at least one mini bracket to be involved in that in some capacity.
That'd be cool.
We will have a quote unquote main panel, and this is all up in the air at this point. We're still fleshing out exactly what this is going to look like, but John, you've been on several, so you'll certainly be a candidate to be on that main panel for the final mega bracket thing that we're gonna evenly determine a name.
I mean, you're gonna talk to 20 different people just to get their votes, and
honestly, it sounds like a nightmare.
The logistics this is why we're still trying to flesh it out, because the logistics are interesting, but we do want everybody to be involved, because there's been a lot of people who've lent their voices to this journey and a lot of different opinions. There's obviously no way we can have 20 people on a panel for a recording, but we want to get people involved in some way.
I hosted the one that had 7. It was a nightmare.
Oh yeah. Well, and that was the first 7 that we'd had since I think the inaugural episode 5 years ago. So yeah, but we're really looking forward to getting that out. That'll come out probably February or March of 2025 would be my guess, is when we're going to wrap all that up. And then there's no rest for the weary, because we're going to jump right into the 90s.
Oh man, yeah, and I would love to be on multiple or a few of those.
Well, yeah, we'll get you all involved. Like I said, you guys are always welcome. That is probably enough here for us, though. For the Pub Trivia Experience, I've been Mike.
I've been Adam.
And I'm lucky enough to be John.
Have a great one, everybody.